Speaking of Mary, didn't you hang out with her?
Yeah, briefly. Because it was a work night, and you girls got a bedtime.
I get it. I love a good early bedtime.
I used my grill for the first time this season, whatever, since last summer, and it worked still. Yay!
Well, I'd hope so.
Well, I don't know. It's just it's a lot of pieces to it. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. I just turn the fire on and I put the shit on there and I hope it's cooked. And it was, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fun. How's she doing?
She's good. I gave her the next book series that she will be reading because she's been, she's joined the cult. She's in it.
What do you call it? It's romance,
romantasy.
Romantasy.
It's romance, fantasy, it's romantasy.
Wow.
Yep, so she's on the next big series that's super popular called, well, the short version name of it is ACOTAR, which stands for A Court of Thorns and Roses. But that's actually only the name of the first book, and there's 5 books, and then they have other names. They're fairies, and they have sex.
I thought you said Avatar.
No, that's a James Cameron reference, if I ever heard
But
it.
It's ACOTAR?
ACOTAR, yeah.
It's pretty close.
It is, but it came, well, I guess James Cameron's Avatar came first, but...
Wow. That's great. So you grilled and shared books. That sounds lovely.
We did. Yeah. It was
Miss
good.
you, Mare.
Love you, Mare. Update our letterbox. We talked about that together.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah, I haven't done that in a while. I was like, get on it, girl. We got to get it updated.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work she's doing.
Well, she's just, pro bono working. Yeah.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome back, listeners.
Are you back?
Arnold! Y'all. He'll be back.
This is an insane movie.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
There were a couple times I wrote, what's happening right now? And the movie sometimes answered, but not always. And we're going to talk about it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger just did whatever the hell he wanted in the 80s and 90s. It was crazy.
Yeah. And then James Cameron was like, let me help. And here we are.
I can't. It's so funny.
I'm going to introduce ourselves because we're not international spies who are lying to our loved ones about who we are.
Or are we?
Or are we? You decide, but probably not because we don't know what's going on. But we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where 2 sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And where's the line I want to say? Oh, you're fired. And the guy is strapped to a missile and explodes. So, yep.
This movie is so machismo, stupid, but funny. Like I laughed out loud at the cheeseballness.
Oh, me too.
I somewhat ate it up. I'm gonna tell you, I ate it up. I did.
Yeah.
And I think it's your... Wait, did we say the name of the movie? What is it?
Oh, nope. What's the movie? Oh, am I saying it? Oh.
The movie is from 1994, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Tom Arnold. True Lies.
Yeah. What's that called? An oxymoron? No. Where it's like 2 opposite things in one sentence, like a big shrimp, What's that? I think it's an oxymoron. Anyway, that's the title.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
And I think it's your synopsis. And
no, I did Dogma.
It's my synopsis.
Yeah, it is yours, y'all.
All right. let me read the one sentence.
Please do, because I don't think I could even predict what this one sentence is supposed to say. I don't think so. I think it lied to me. I don't know.
When a secret agent learns of his wife's extramarital affair, he pursues her and uses his intelligence, resources, and a job he kept secret from her. Okay, way more fucking happened than
There's
that.
a lot more. That's like the first like half hour,
Okay.
and then it's not that at all. So
Okay, we are dealing with true lies. Okay, not false lies.
Yes, we are.
True
Not
lies.
false truths, but true lies.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger is in his era, and boy oh boy is he just a absurd computer salesman. He plays his shitty dad role well.
Always.
He is never home. He is a terrible husband. His daughter steals from him. Everything is terrible. But boy oh boy, did we not know that behind the scenes, he is a badass international spy saving the world. Okay.
Yeah.
His wife is Jamie Lee Curtis, who is Frumpy McFrumpster.
Wow.
Until her, like, epic scene where she, like, gets a little pizzazz.
Yeah.
And she has no idea. And I'm sorry, girl. You really don't know your husband's a fucking spy.
Girl.
Come on.
Open your eyeballs.
Now, she is very much, like I mentioned, kind of having an affair, but didn't really, it was more of an emotional affair.
Yeah.
More of the desire to have
Right.
an affair than actually, like, achieving it. However, still not great.
Yeah.
And that person is Bill Paxton.
Thank God you're here, Bill
Who
Paxton.
is a creepy car salesman. And he lies to her by saying that he is an international spy. And so, let's go back to you, the oxymorons. Just the lies on the truth and the truth on the lies. Nobody knows who's telling truth and who's lying.
Nobody does.
Little does she know that her husband is actually an international spy and Bill Paxton is a liar. But here we are. So Arnold literally couldn't care less about his wife until he finds out that she may or may not be cheating on him. And now he cares. Because all he cares about is possession, I guess.
Ego, masculinity.
Ego and possession. So that's when he gets involved to figure out what's going down. Now, mind you, Tom Arnold rolls out. And he is Arnold Schwarzenegger's, I guess, co-worker, assistant, second in command, whatever. They are besties to the point that they're having, like, morning coffee together, and he drives them all the time. And
He's got a key to his house.
I don't understand the vibe, but he's there, okay?
He's there.
He's there. He's doing his thing, and Tom Arnold they have kind of great chemistry. I said it.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. They're both trying to save the world. So, when we first see Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, try to save the world, he kind of has James Bond vibes. But then he gets distracted by Jamie Lee Curtis, aka his wife, trying to cheat on him. And he, like, uses literal government resources to try to figure it out. Things get bad because at the same time, there's a terrorist that's literally getting a nuclear weapon to, like, launch it. And so then they're like, oh no, now we gotta deal with that. And somehow Jamie Lee Curtis gets roped in. Tom Arnold's like, this is out of control. Bill Paxton's like, I don't want to be here. And we have a epic 1994 action movie. How'd I do?
Wow. Yep. I mean,
that's all I got.
That's good summary, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I don't even...
The music is bad. His daughter is Eliza Dushku, which is a reference back to Bring It On, one of the cheerleaders. Although I read a really sad
I read it too. I feel like we should tell the listeners, so we share.
So she was sexually assaulted. Assaulted?
Yeah. And she was like 14. She was like 12 in this movie.
She was like 12 by like a stunt man. Yep. And when she told everybody about it, everybody like believed her. It was a good circumstance, but somehow the guy still worked there. And then put her in a position when she was doing a stunt, because at the end she got involved in a lot of the like car chasing scenes. So she was doing like insane stunts as a little kid and ended up breaking her ribs, and the thought was he like retaliated against her for this threat. What a poor fucking woman. Like, are you kidding? What a poor fucking girl. Like,
I don't know if she told people. I guess she did tell some people. Because, like, one of the things I read was, like, she tweeted about it when it was, like, the Me Too movement was kind of going on. And, like, talked about that. And then, like, all the people from this movie, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, James Cameron, maybe Tom Arnold, but who knows what he's up to these days. They all were, like, supportive of her on Twitter, you know, and stuff. And she was like, yeah, what the fuck, guys? Hate that. And honestly, those scenes with her, I, like knowing that and then like reflecting back on the scenes, I'm like, wow, she was like, I think she was really screaming bloody murder. And I hate that because it was either she's the best actress in the world or she's literally afraid for her life. And
so
one is worse.
James Cameron, I would say, is definitely known for like expensive budgets, right? Like he's like Titanic. I mean, he's like, I put the effing money down.
He's like, let's blow up a building, real one. In
1994, this had one of the highest budgets. I think it was like $100 million at the time. And when you look, I mean, I literally was like, okay, so the movie's formula is like plot schmott, fancy actors.
Who needs that?
And then action!
Well, every other scene
blowing
there
up
was explosions,
action,
guns, chases, a lot of chases. Shit. My God, we'll talk about them.
So
this
crazy.
I gotta say though, because James Cameron has like a reputation, we've talked about this, for being kind of like intense as a director, and everyone's like, but then people are always like, he was great, but like I didn't read anything about people being like, it was crazy. So I was like, oh, dude, were you like chilled out, James Cameron?
Well, or he was just still green in his career, you know?
This was between I think The Abyss and then Titanic, I want to say. We should look at his filmography, actually.
I'll tell you this, though, Kate.
Take a pause.
I think when Arnold Schwarzenegger is in a movie, I don't think these directors will ever have the take that they're the intense one. I think Arnold will always be the intense one.
Well, that's,
because
probably.
Every movie he's in, he's like so, I don't know, I just feel like he literally like sucks the air out of the movie. And it's kind of like what people say about Jennifer Lawrence. I'm like, I love it though. I'm watching it. I don't know what he does that makes me like want to watch him, but like I'm fucking there and I like it.
Well, what makes me laugh about this movie is the fact that yes, he's supposed to be a spy, like undercover. Arnold is the most recognizable human being in the world. Like, you will never forget looking at Arnold and hearing Arnold speak. And I just was laughing the whole time because I'm like, guys, you know who's the spy? It's that guy who is being sketchy and like really sticks out of all these other people. No, we don't think that's weird. Okay, good. Okay.
The way he enters into this movie is they're in a mansion.
The scuba,
and
I can't.
He was in scuba gear in a pool. That man is absolutely 8 feet tall and definitely at the top of his head. Was in the pool. He was not scuba diving. He was just standing in the pool like Bigfoot.
Yep.
And he gets
under
the ice. Gets out of ice. Somehow the security detail doesn't see him. Somehow he takes off scuba gear into a tuxedo and
completely dry.
No
towels.
His hair, everything. He just rolls into the party like James fucking Bond, and he gets like the computer files from upstairs. Okay.
Yeah, so the whole point of this was they were in Switzerland. Again, the questions mount. You just gotta write them down and move on.
Honey, I have to go to a computer conference again.
I'm in the conference.
It's at least 8 days long, and you can't Google it because it's 1994. So bye-bye.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of this stuff could not really take place
Can you
now
imagine?
with our technology.
Right now, I'd be like,
find my iPhone for my husband. Oh God, he's in Switzerland in a
lake. Literally. I'd be like,
that's
honey,
not good.
How the fuck are you in Switzerland right now? You little shit. Get back here.
Well, and then he just is like, they get computer files because they're trying to track down who they think are terrorists. this movie was pre 9/11, and apparently there was a lot of
racism.
Well, because it comes off super racist.
It's super racist.
Like all of those, and they don't call them like Middle Eastern, but that's what they are, and they're just portrayed as like angry bad guys who just want to nuke everyone, just cause. No other reasons needed. And I'm like, this is, I don't know, James Cameron, did it need to be this way? I don't know. Why are they in Switzerland, by the way? Anybody want to answer? Why that? No. Okay.
And you know what also threw me off with this party? Is the person in cahoots with the terrorist.
What was her name?
Fucking Wayne's World.
I know!
Is Tia Carrere.
Okay, what was the character's name?
Juno.
Juno. Oh, Juno. I was just like, oh, okay, that's like a lady. See you later, bye. And then, oh, you're in the movie all the time now. And the thing that this movie does, even though it's called True Lies, it's really quick truths. Because you think, as an audience, you're going to be lied to for a long, long time.
No.
That's not the type of movie. The movie immediately reveals itself every possible moment. So that lady, you're like, I don't know, we just met her. Maybe she's just like innocent. And then when he sees her later, she's like, I'm actually working with the terrorists. You're like, oh, it's minute 15. Okay, I guess you're evil and no switcheroos needed. Got it.
She's like, I'm an art dealer that launders money for terrorist organizations because, quote unquote, a girl's gotta eat. I was like, yo, that's called an overshare. And I don't know if you're like the right terrorist buddy.
That's what you should say in therapy, not right
that's
now.
That's a journal.
Me.
Okay, you just
literally write it down.
Now, I know that you and I talk about this, aka our podcast we did with those dudes where Billy Madison was way too ugly for Veronica Vaughn. Now, I would argue Arnold Schwarzenegger and Tia Carrere are like a little more matched. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't hate that part because he was like in his tuxedo and they were kind of doing their thing. But I was so happy it didn't end up in this weird love affair like that to her. I was like, thank God. He's like, this is a mark. We're moving on and I don't care. And we just need her to find the terrorist. I was like, good. Because I really feel like Jamie Lee Curtis is fine. And like, let's just hang with her because she's cool.
We don't need true adultering lies. We need to just get out of there. What Arnold needs is to explode the building. Get chased by dogs, and then he takes the dogs' heads, which are clearly puppets, but it's the 90s, and he slams them together to get away.
Okay, everybody.
I just
if you haven't seen this movie, it hits you. James Cameron's like, I'm gonna fucking blow this budget in minute 8.
Yeah.
When they chase Arnold, they, like Katie says, they send dogs, which he uses his bare Arnold hands.
Slams
the dog's head.
Yep.
Then there's ski mobiles.
Ski gunmen!
Wait, then there's men on skis. I thought it was an SNL skit. I swear to God, I thought it was about to be.
It really could be.
I thought it was going to be like the abominable snowman was going to come after Arnold. Like it was so funny at how stupid it was that like men on skis all of a sudden were like shooting and all of a sudden Arnold could like ski. I was just like, how fast is Arnold running? Is he Usain Bolt? Like what is happening? And somehow Tom Arnold is exactly in the right place when he gets out of his secret running mountain that he's like in the van and he's like, Arnold, get in. And Arnold just casually is like, Tom, can you just move back? I have to shoot 7 people. Okay, guys, let's head out. Excuse me? What?
He had to shoot more of the terrorist skiers. Why the terrorists have ski patrols?
I can't, guys.
We'll never know. So,
guys, if you listen to our episode when Katie and I went skiing, you need to know.
It's hard enough to go down on a straight line. Using a gun while skiing, there's no way.
Wait a second. Let's just say you find out there's like some bad guy that's not supposed to be at your party. You're telling me they already had their ski boots on
They were
they're
ready.
binding, ready to go.
There's no way.
And they're like, just give me the signal and I'll ski down the mountain with my guns. Are you kidding me? That takes at least an hour to get those boots on.
I learned you also have to shuffle walk something on the side or else you're going to start to fall down. And I don't think it's realistic, but whatever. We get away from the terrorists.
I laughed out loud. I was laughing.
It was so ridiculous.
So hard. And Arnold, I like, his formula is so good because he keeps a straight face.
Yeah.
Like, he just is really good at, like, not overacting.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're, like, I don't know, but I loved it.
So you're like, whoa, that's really weird. And then he's like, anyway, got to go home to my family. And then Jamie Lee Curtis is like, oh, I was sleeping. How was your, computer convention? He was like, it was great, honey. Back to work tomorrow. And you're like, what is life? I don't know. And we come to find, like, okay, are they spies? Or are they, like, secrets? No, that's, like, protecting people.
I think that they are, let's call it CIA.
Okay.
Undercover.
But, like, in America.
Because it seemed to be about, like, they were a lot about information collecting, right? Like, where is a terrorist? Is there a nuclear weapon? Where's the money coming from? How do I play a fake person to, like... Because, by the way, the gadgets, like the James Bond...
Okay, there were gadgets.
Mission Impossible gadgets.
He had a Harriet the Spy, like, little mirror that he used at one point. I was like, wow, Harriet the Spy
pack of cigarettes...
approves.
With the, like, video camera on it. I was like...
Smallest lens ever. What use is this? What are we doing?
What is happening?
Yeah.
So, we also learned Jamie Lee Curtis feels just ignored by Arnold. Like, she is... I don't mind her emotional affair. I was like, you go, girl. Like, life's fucking boring with Arnold. Like, he seems like he sucks.
There's a part where she's, like, trying to talk to him, and she's like... oh, we have to get, like a plumber said this, and I think that's crazy. And he's like, got to do what you got to do. And then she goes, but he said if I sleep with him, he'll knock off $100. And she was obviously, like, just making a joke to, like, get his reaction. And he goes, that sounds good, bye. And I was like, you should cheat on him, maybe.
Okay.
That was just another question is, every other paragraph, I was like, so, are we gonna get divorced? Maybe we should.
Can I tell you this? If I found out that James was a secret agent,
Bridget, he would be one of the ski spies, just to be clear. So don't get it twisted.
I could have been rolling in cash like Scrooge McDuck. I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? I would have been the best CIA agent wife. I would have kept my mouth shut, okay? But I would have not worked and enjoyed...
That is true. They have double income. Where's the money, Arnold? What? Okay.
Mind you,
let's look into this.
Not only that, but their daughter absolutely hates him and is stealing from him, has like a rebel boyfriend, and like is basically making fun of the mom. I was like, Jamie Lee Curtis, you gotta get your groove back. Like, you gotta be Stella. Go on vacation and get your groove back, because like you're just unappreciated.
Yeah, like I liked that when we got to that part, because then there's a whole part where Arnold's like, they're at their job and they're like, we think there's a terrorist something, and then the guy's like, what's the proof? I don't know. Like, these are just files about money and blah blah. So they're like, we're gotta keep looking into stuff. And then that's when they see the lady Juno, and then she's getting literally beat up by a terrorist guy, but she's like, I'm okay with it. And then I don't know what's going on. And then they have Bridget's the 90s. Where do we go in almost every single 90s movie ever? What local place?
Mall.
We go to the mall, Bridge. We
always go to the mall.
We're always at the mall, okay?
Well, and I don't want to call myself out, Katie, but Bridge, it really was the coolest place to be.
Listen, I like the mall as well.
It was so cool. Like, it was so cool. It was kind of like if one of your friends had like a mansion house. It was like that, because your mom or dad could be like, yeah, we brought you here and I'm going to go shop. And then you're like, me too. And everybody's happy because you're all in the same fucking place.
Because you're at the fucking mall. That's right.
And it just smelled like Annie Ann's pretzels. Who doesn't want that?
It Commando, Arnold goes to the mall. Terminator 2, Arnold goes to the mall. Like, he's
Jingle all the way. He's at the mall.
Jingle all the way. He's always in the mall. I'm telling you. Like, I don't know. But we go to the mall because he knows they're being followed by who they assume are these terrorists. And he's like, I will kill them in the mall, in the bathroom. And then it's a big, ridiculous shootout. And you think to yourself, shootout? That's fine. You know, I can handle a shootout. It's silly. There's a man pooping on the toilet. He doesn't die. It's silly. There's silly, dumb shit like that.
He uses his cigarette.
Dumb.
Like, he uses sunglasses that's from a cigarette camera to see behind him that literally have eyes behind his head.
Yeah. And then you're just like, okay, like, that's, I expected it, I guess. But Bridget, what I did not expect was it felt like 10 minutes continuous chase scene of Arnold with one terrorist who flings his body out a window for no reason, because it is a mall. There are doors. There's plenty of doors. He could have gone through a door. He had a head start. He jumps through a window. He runs into traffic. He steals a motorcycle. And then Arnold, who's following him, decides the best thing that I need to steal to continue to chase him is a horse.
Can I tell you? So
what do you mean?
If you read about it, first of all, guys, if you didn't see this movie, Arnold gets on a horse.
It's a horse.
And puts the horse in an elevator and keeps going up and down an elevator with the horse to go like to the top roof, to back down to the parking garage. I mean, literally, Arnold is 9 feet tall. The horse is 9 feet tall. They somehow fit in an elevator with other people. And I read, as part of, like, all the crazy shit he was doing, he almost, like, actually died.
Oh, God, with the horse?
With the horse, because the horse was on that edge of the building. Oh. And I think there was, like, because remember how he had to, like, go to the edge of the building with the horse and be like, ah! I think, like, the horse did not love that.
James Cameron. What?
Yeah, so there was some... there was some bad juju there, but watching the movie, again, I was like, wait a second, we have men on skis shooting things. Now I have a horse and an elevator at a mall.
10 minutes.
I can't, and then I thought he was gonna literally, like, it was fucking Valcour and Never Ending Story. I thought he was going to jump off the building and the horse was just going to fly.
I was ready.
And then he was going to have wings and, like, Arnold was going to be like, ah, and, like, get the terrorists.
Well, first of all, the terrorist also in his motorcycle goes up an elevator and then motorcycles himself off the roof like Evel Knievel and lands in a pool and doesn't explode somehow. I don't fucking know. So yeah, Arnold tries to do that with the horse and the horse is like, no, bitch, I'm a horse, Arnold. You just had me running for 15 minutes. I don't even know you, bro. Like, where's my dad? I'm lost. And then Arnold's like, oh, the terrorist got away. And this night, the mall shenanigans night, if you will, was also Arnold's, like, character's birthday. And his wife was like, make sure you're home so we can celebrate. We have cake. And he's like, of course. And then he's not fucking home. And then everybody's sad. And you're like, okay, it's like...
I just, like, the daughter is like, Mom, why do we give a shit about Dad? He's the worst. And she's like, come on, we gotta, like, celebrate his birthday. And then he is the worst. And she's like, God damn it.
And then she's like, I'm a 14-year-old emo kid, so I gotta go.
Like, I'm about to, like, get sexy with Bill Paxton. I'm gonna get sexy with Simon, who's Bill Paxton.
Okay, I did tell you when you recommended this movie that I watched this entire movie with no sound only one time. So there was a lot I did not remember, but I did remember the Jamie Lee Curtis cheating subplot. But I didn't understand, like, the context because nobody was talking. And the fact that first of all, Bill Paxton is dressed and styled just like fucking Doc Holliday, fucking Val Kilmer from Tombstone. I was like, Paxton.
This might be his most embarrassing role.
I'm embarrassed. The
mustache.
If
we had to rank how, like, second favorite movie, Bill Paxton Twister.
Oh, That's, yes.
To this Bill Paxton, Twister Bill Paxton would be so embarrassed by True Lies Bill Paxton.
In this movie, his character's name is Simon, and he is like a con artist. Like, he's like a used car salesman, but he keeps telling women that he's like an international spy, and he just lies to them to get them to sleep with him because he says that lots of housewives are lonely and it's easy to get them to sleep with him. And I'm like, that's probably true. The bar's just the lowest and I hate everybody. And he pees his pants multiple times.
Oh my God.
At one point, he admits he has a tiny penis. Nobody asked at all. And I was like, you didn't even need to reveal that, but you just chose to. And that's embarrassing. And just so many things that I'm like, yeah, your character's lame, bro. Like, and Jamie Lee Curtis is just like you said, she's in it because she's like, I think he's a spy and I'm trying to help.
Well, and it was exciting.
It's exciting. Yeah, it's exciting.
Which Arnold was so mad because Arnold's like, I'm the real deal.
Yeah.
Like, that motherfucker is stealing my plot. And
Right.
it's like, well, why did you tell your wife? Because she's bored as fuck with you.
I said men will literally do anything to not have a conversation with their wife about their feelings, including spy on them and then pretend kidnap them and then pretend interrogate them.
And Tom Arnold is like, this is against protocol. And I'm like, if Tom Arnold is saying that, it's bad. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Tom Arnold and Roseanne Barr, am I right?
By the way, this was the height of like their divorce, I think, this time
I
period.
read a quote where he like referenced where he was like, well, my one divorce, and she took all the ice trays like from my home. What kind of person does that? Apparently Roseanne Barr did that. And I was like, maybe she wanted her ice, like, I don't know.
Or she just wanted to piss him off.
Or she wanted to piss you off, and it worked, and you quoted it in True Lies forever.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so they kidnap... Okay, so she goes and meets up with Simon. He's trying to bone her. She doesn't know that. She thinks it's a mission, something. And then Arnold's stalking them, and then Arnold literally busts in with masks on so they can't see them, and then he's like, we're gonna kidnap them, and then he just, like, interrogates his wife, and, like... This was the height of me being like, right, so, like, divorce.
So,
like, they're, right? Like, it's
so, yeah. So, this was what, like, my brain was like, Basic Instinct, True Lies, or, like, sexy films. And then I saw this one, and I was like, oh, this is not a sexy film, like, Basic Instinct, except for this scene, and this is, like, a super famous scene.
The striptease, or she's just, like, sexy dancing. Is that what we're talking about? Or where she gets kidnapped?
Well, I mean, when she gets kidnapped, and then after, how she has to do, like, the striptease scene. This was, like, what I remembered, but I absolutely forgot about the, like, basically 90% of the movie that was, like, so absurd and funny, and now when I watch it, I'm like, this was, like, a blip.
Yep.
And that's the thing. You gotta give this to James Cameron. He's not as, like, gross as some of the other directors.
Yeah.
He's, like, fairly tasteful. He's like, okay. He's kind of like, okay, marketability. I gotta, like, have a hot woman doing something hot. But, like, I actually just want to blow shit up and have a plot.
That's the truth. Right.
Kind of, right?
And, I mean, they're basically, the interrogation that he does is basically him being like, do you love your husband?
Ugh.
Isn't he the best? And she's like, of course I do. And I was like, boo, this is stupid, because if she asked you these questions, you wouldn't answer, because you're stupid. But then they are like, you gotta do, a secret mission. And the secret mission is to go to a hotel dressed sexy.
Oh my God.
And she's given, like, I don't even know what she's given. Maybe a listening device, but she doesn't know that, something. And it's like, you're going to pretend to be a prostitute, and you're just going to do what the guy says.
And she had to, like, put the device on the nightstand or something.
So that was it. Yeah. And then it was like, and then you just get out, and, like, that's it. And she was like, I could do that. And, like, she does have a glow up. Okay, because first of all, she comes in with a Deb from Napoleon Dynamite dress. The sleeves are out of control.
They're absolutely
the Met Gala could never.
JCPenney photo ready.
Yes, it was just not good. And she quickly is like, oh, I gotta be a sexy prostitute? I better ditch these sleeves. And, like, I don't know. I think she found a push-up bra in the hallway. I don't know. Stuff was happening.
Incredible.
And
the glow-up was
so
incredible.
Different. Yeah,
from front to fabulous in
I gotta
2
say,
seconds. I was like, if I'm ever in that position, you just take a little water and wet your hair and then put up your boobs. I'm like, literally, let's fucking go.
I was like, never in my life have I thought about wetting my hair on purpose. Because normally I get sweaty. My hair gets wet without my consent. And then I get annoyed. But like, maybe I need to own it. Maybe I need to like... Actually, I do feel like I have a memory once I got so sweaty at a bar that I went in the bathroom and just put my head in the sink and then... So I guess I have done that before, but...
Wow.
Anyway, yeah.
That was the true truth, not a true lie.
Truth, not the true lies, that's right. First of all, she goes in this hotel room, and it's clearly Arnold. I mean, again, I go back to, like... Arnold, like, we know it's you, Arnold. Nobody looks like you, Arnold. But he's like, you don't know it's me. I'm using
he's also he's like in the dark, but like, are we kidding? But like, it's not that dark.
No. Like, there was a light on in the room. So I don't
fucking
know what
funny.
we're doing. And he's like, you have to dance. Ooh la la. And I'm like, Arnold, if you want to role play with your wife and have her pretend to be a prostitute, you could just do that. We don't need the government resources. We don't need the gaslighting. You can just use your words to her face. You can. And she'd probably be really into it. She's really into this. So, like, I feel like she'd say yes. Like, this isn't crazy. I don't know.
Also, did you know that she won a Golden Globe for Best Actress?
For this movie?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, the bar was on the floor in the night. No, I'm kidding. I mean, she did do pretty great, though. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis was pretty fun in this movie.
Well, she's funny, too, like, because there was a lot of times where she'd be like, whoa, like, bumbly, and I was kind of like, oh, yeah, you're good at that. But yeah, this was another moment where I was like, oh, it's going to be more like gaslighting, pulling the rug over her head. And then he goes and like makes out with her because he like tells her to close her eyes. And then she beats the shit out of him. And I was like, correct, good. First of all. But then he's like, it's me, Helen, your husband.
I would have murdered my husband.
Yeah. Like,
I'm with
that's
you.
That's where the divorce comes back. Now it's the third divorce reference in the first third of the movie. And literally, we're not even halfway through the movie. That's like the beginning stuff. And then from there, terrorists come in. Real terrorists, not fake lies terrorists. But the real terrorists.
This is the true terrorist.
The true terrorist.
It's not the false.
True. It's not the true lies.
Opposite true lies. Yeah.
It is. It's
the truth.
And I didn't know what was happening at all. And then there's, oh my God, what is it? There's nukes. Now, we're going to
confirm this. I was like, James, is that a nuclear weapon? And he was like,
is it?
He was like, yes. I was like, damn.
They're that small? That seems so small.
Because he worked at like a defense contractor company. And I was like, I want your professional opinion here. And he was like, that's exactly... Like, that's how that would go down. I'm like,
that's
whoa!
Like the size of my desk, though. Like, it looked so tiny.
It's not good, man.
Is your husband Arnold?
No, please God, no.
All right. Just let me know if you ever have to go pretend to be a prostitute at a hotel.
Well, I know what the vibe should be at that point.
You gotta wet your hair.
Here's the thing. I'm with you, where Jamie Lee Curtis was like, what in the world is happening?
Yep.
First, I'm trying to, like, hook up with this car salesman. Now it's secretly my husband. Now there's real terrorists. So even when she was like, maybe I should divorce him, she gets distracted again because she's like, am I actually now kidnapped? Is this real or is this a lie?
Well, that was funny because he's like, you know, she's just a prostitute. And then she's like, shut up, Harry, I got this. Don't worry, I know
that was so funny.
I was like, oh my God.
That was like really, I was like, this is great. I ate it up. I was like, let's just go, 90s. Let's go.
Oh my God. But yes, this is, Juno is like, I'm a bad guy, even though we all knew that before. But now we know it for real. And they get kidnapped, taken to Florida. All of these priceless artifacts have warheads in them. Something.
With Tia Carrere. Tia Carrere has like an Egyptian vase that's like 8,000 feet tall, and
we're at the Smithsonian,
like,
right?
What?
Like, yeah.
And she's like, yes, these are all relics from, the ancient history. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I don't know, but there were nukes, and then they're like, we gotta film ourselves talking about the nukes, and specifically Arnold has to be filmed saying they're nukes, or else nothing of our plan will work. And I was like, I don't know how that works, but fine. It's fine. It's all fine. And yeah, like you kind of think like, okay, we're definitely gonna have like, now he's tied up, she's tied up, they're kind of held hostage, they're facing each other. This is the perfect moment to have a genuine come to Jesus conversation together. Bridge, no, we don't.
They don't.
Arnold is like, I already got out, yeah, and then it's just.
And then it's back to action.
Action.
But it's
crazy action.
So when we used to play video games in the 90s.
Oh my God.
This
the
would
fucking
be
James
like,
Bond game, GoldenEye.
This would be like a place, like a big gunfight would happen. Abandoned, weird warehouse near a river,
like water. Yeah.
And there's like lots of ropes.
Very face-off.
Hooks and things that we can use to kill people, and they're all around the corner, and then explosions.
And grenades.
So I thought at this point it was an actual video game. I thought, we flipped into a video game. That's what's happening.
I would play this level, but only on the setting where it's just proximity mines, because that's always the best setting ever, is where everybody just leaves mines all over.
Throwback to our cousins. Any cousins listening knows that.
That was a fun game.
James Bond, 007.
This is GoldenEye, yeah.
Also, I'm going to give a shout out to our brother Jimmy, which I always do, who would not share video games.
No,
our
we
job
had to watch
was just
him.
to watch him, and that was our entertainment.
It's true.
But it would be fun to watch Jimmy play Arnold Schwarzenegger in a video game.
Okay.
That would be so funny, watching that chaos happen.
I feel like somehow he'd find like 1,000 grenades and just throw them all. I was so worried about the nukes, though. I was like, what is the science? Because like, if a nuke explodes, like, we all die, but you're telling me you can explode things around the nuke and then it won't explode?
I thought the exact same thing.
Okay.
And I also did not confirm the science there. I just thought, okay,
you'll have to ask your Secret Service.
I do have to ask that.
What happens? So, the funniest fucking scene that I laughed so hard, and it was intentional, but I was still like, what? Was when Arnold gets kind of like some guy like gets him in a headlock, and Jamie Lee Curtis is there, and Arnold gave her a gun, so she stands up to save him. She shoots like 2 bullets, loses her balance. This actually might be me. Falls backwards, and the gun starts to like somersault down the stairs, and it's continually shooting as it's going, and it kills every bad guy magically.
Absolutely Jennifer Coolidge in White Lotus.
Oh my God.
It was absolutely a callback to that moment. That's exactly what she did. These gays are trying to murder me.
These gays are trying to murder me.
Set the stage for Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh my God. Wow, that was my favorite scene. And then he was like, good job, Helen.
She was a great character, though. Because you couldn't have all Arnold. You needed, like, a break. And Tom Arnold did pretty good. But he couldn't be in every scene. It would have been weird. And so Jamie Lee Curtis was like a breath of fresh air, to be honest.
And she does like step up. Like when she had to be a prostitute, she's like, I'll be hot. Let's go.
She's
and
like,
then
let's
he's
party.
like, we gotta kill people. And then she's like, I'll kill people. Let's fucking go.
She is a pretty ride or die wife.
Yeah, like, and she's like, I gotta jump out of a limo later. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm like, damn, Helen, that's right. But, nukes get away, and something. What happened? Oh, so oh my God, we have a bazooka gun. Every gun you've ever known is in this movie. And one of them is a bazooka gun, and they bazooka gun at Arnold, and it hits something, which explodes. Arnold does a 10 out of 10 swan dive into the river, avoids the explosion, but they're all like, he's dead.
Do you remember
we killed him.
When we used to like rate swan dives? We'd be like, Jenny, that was at least a 7. It wasn't an 8 because your toes weren't pointed.
He had good form.
I can't.
I gotta say.
You're right. He did a salute sun. What's the yoga thing? But yes, that's swan dive. Sun salutation. The dyslexia is dyslexic.
Oh God.
Oh man.
And everyone's like, he's dead, hooray. So Helen gets captured again, but he's not dead. He's just pretend scuba diving. It's a true lie death, you know? And then Tom Arnold appears. I don't know how we got there. And then Arnold's like, there's a nuke that's gonna go off in an hour and a half. Save the people in the vicinity. Don't worry about the wildlife or defusing the nuke. Let it explode. We don't give a fuck about any of that. Anyway, let's go chase the other nukes that are in vans, trucks.
And they're just on the highway? What if there's a crash? I'm with you. What is science?
I would not want to look at a nuke. I don't want to like everyone was too comfortable around the nukes. I'm like, we should be more worried, I think. And even like the one does explode. And Arnold's like, everyone's safe. Don't worry. We're far enough away. And I'm like, but what about the radiation? Arnold, have you ever seen Chernobyl? It's not good. There's so many problems. Oh, no.
And by the way, this was when I think the budget, like if there was a chart and it was like the budget's here and there's an arrow going up, that it just skyrocketed.
Oh, yes.
Because they added fighter jets.
Oh, my
cars,
God.
Limos, blown up bridges.
Yeah.
I just was like, wait, are we gonna like kill people in a hot air balloon? Like, what else is left? Is there an alien spaceship? Is Will Smith gonna roll up with fucking Tommy Lee Jones? Like,
I'm amazed.
How much more action could we pack in this action-packed scene?
I don't know why we didn't have those things, honestly, because the movie could have ended with there was a nuke that exploded, but everyone's safe. But no, the movie's like, abso-fucking-lutely now. We got 8 more nukes happening. You got to deal with it, Arnold. And it's this whole ridiculous, like, exploding bridges. Again, I'm like, how does the nuke not explode? Nobody answers. Fine. And yes, Jamie Lee Curtis is in a limo. She does do an ejector seat a la Big. She's out of the sunroof.
I can't.
And she's like, help me. And Anna's like, bring me down. I'll grab her. And I was just like, what the? That was another fucking scene. I laughed out loud because she is hanging out the sunroof. He's reaching on like the
from
little
his
leg,
like helicopter,
the leg of a helicopter, and the limo's about to drive off the exploded part of the bridge and fall into the river and explode. And Arnold grabs her and he's holding her, and then the limo just falls away, and it's so slow, and she's just like, ah! And it was just like. People have to YouTube that scene because the way it looks is so fucking funny. And I was like, I don't know if James Cameron meant this to be funny, but this is the funniest thing I've ever fucking seen.
I'm gonna tell you right now, hooking your leg on a helicopter like you're doing an acrobat Cirque du Soleil scene to get Jamie Lee Curtis out of a limo.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was crazy.
He's like Spider-Man, and at one point in the movie, he does crawl down a rope upside down and kill the guy. So I don't know what's happening.
I can't. I don't know.
Something was happening.
He's crazy.
Bridge, again, that could have been the end. We saved her.
I thought
we're safe.
I thought, okay, we did it. And then
we did it.
Somehow we bring in a fucking fighter jet.
There's a fighter jet because their daughter gets kidnapped. Mind you, Arnold never turns to his wife and is like, hey, honey, our daughter's literally in danger. He's just like, see ya. And I'm like, again, is the... I don't know, guys. I just don't think your communication's really good together. So
they literally went ABD to divorce. There's no C for communication. Okay, all right, let's do this.
And what is the daughter's name? I don't remember. It was Eliza Dushku. Dana's kidnapped, and then Dana, like, first of all, listen, I'm no terrorist or kidnapper, but I just think if you're gonna kidnap someone, you tie him up, and she was just chilling, and then the guy, like, turned around, and then she was like, bye, and she just ran away.
The only thing I appreciated is when there are random scenes in a movie, making sure there's a point to them. And I didn't know why she was, like, stealing from her dad in the beginning and being, like, deceptive. And I'm like, this is why. Because she's like,
steal the key.
I am my father's daughter, and I am a secret agent, but I'm 12, so I'm about to do it now.
Yeah.
Okay?
She did. She stole the key. Apparently you need a key to set off a nuke. I don't fucking know.
I did check that. That's true.
Oh,
there usually is some sort of key thing.
I hate that.
I hate all of it. I don't want to know any of this.
I hate all of it. And then she goes up. This is very Jingle All the Way, okay? We're climbing too high. We're hanging over a building. It's not safe. Where's Turbo Man? He's here, Bridge, but he's in a jet. Okay,
it's turbo time.
It's turbo. I wish he fucking said that.
Can you imagine if he
like said it?
Can you imagine if he looked at the camera and winked, and then Jamie Lee Curtis like eye rolled? I'd $100 million more.
And then I'd be like, "This is cinema, amazing, A+." Yeah, he's just flying this jet. I don't know how they filmed this. Was this a real jet? I'm sure it fucking was. James Cameron is so crazy.
I feel like it was. Yeah. Let's Google it. Keep talking.
But basically, he's like, jump on the jet. And she's screaming her head off. I'm so scared for her. And then
real jet. It's a real jet.
Okay.
A full mid-size model Harrier jet.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No. Oh. Wait, yes. Some say yes, some say no. Oh, the AI summaries are terrible.
Oh, I hate those.
Whatever.
But, like, she falls on the jet. She's scared. The bad terrorist guy also goes on the jet. It's a whole fight scene on a jet. Somehow we don't crash the jet. I don't fucking know.
How fat? Like, the wind? How did they even get outside the jet? I don't get it.
I don't know physics. But what I know, Bridge, is that if you want to get rid of someone by blowing them up with a missile that they're stuck on, you have to look at them and say, you're fired. And then you fire them. And then they fly and explode into their other evil friends.
Which doesn't affect you, even though you're really close to it. That's the part I was like, I don't think that's true.
Still worried about the nukes. But, it's like the day is saved, I guess. At that point.
What the fuck ever.
Bridge, and oh my god, Bridge, and then it's a 1 year later. Bridge!
I can't.
Helen, who is Jamie Lee Curtis, gets a call. Or their home gets a call. And it's Doris Boris, some bullshit that was like her fake mission, but now it's a real mission. And I really thought, I was like, is this just another one of Arnold's weird sex schemes? Because he doesn't like talking to his wife, so he makes Tom Arnold call to like make it something sexy secret. And like, I hate that. But it still might have been, but I think it was a real mission. And I was like, what? Like, what? Like, Helen got hired by the U.S. government to be a spy because she got kidnapped once? And a gun rolled down the stairs and murdered everyone, and that's enough? Because I think I could be a spy with that qualification.
Oh my god. It just takes a year. You just gotta practice for a year, and then you're good.
And then that's how it ends. And no more terrorism, I guess. Or maybe there was, because I don't fucking know.
Well, watch it or don't watch it.
I mean, people should watch it, because, like, I don't even think the way we explained it was, like, there's so much we missed, for sure. Certainly, there's lots of deaths and weapons and crazy shit. So, yeah, you guys should check it out. At least once. Don't watch it muted like I did one time. Watch it with sound.
Oh my god. Crazy.
Yeah, what about you?
Absolutely watch it. You're gonna giggle your face off. It's so fucking funny. Please do it.
Arnold.
Please do it.
This is a good Arnold one. He's got so many. Oh my god. Wow. Well, Bridge, it's my pick.
Let's go.
We're going in a weird direction. You're actually going to be like, Katie, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I'm going to be like, I don't know, Bridge. This is just what popped in my brain. We're going to the 80s.
Okay.
I don't think I like this movie, but we're going to watch it because...
good build up.
You know me. I like a theme. End of May, which is when the next episode will come out, is usually around the time that high schools are having their proms. Okay. So we're going to do an 80s movie that's about a girl who goes to prom with a guy that...
Did we not do this one yet?
We did the other one, which does feel like this one, but we didn't do this one. What is it? Do you know it?
Is this Pretty in Pink?
Yeah, we're doing Pretty in Pink.
What has come over you?
Molly Ringwald's. We're doing it.
Let's fucking go.
Molly Ringwald's. It's Andrew McCarthy, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Andrew McCarthy, James Spader. He's scary in this. John Cryer. He's the nerd.
Wow.
Harry Dean Stanton is the guy. Annie Potts.
Wow. That's right.
And this was written by John Hughes. So.
Holy cannoli.
You've seen this, right?
I've seen this. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
This is with, like, Jake. Or is that somebody... Am I confusing the other movie?
That's the other movie.
All right. It's going to be hard. They're all going to kind of mold together.
The plot of this one is she's poor... And she's, I guess, a nerd because she's poor or something. But she's got unique style. And she gets asked, basically, to go to prom with a rich guy. And she's like, but I'm poor and you're rich. And I have style and because I'm thrifty. And, like, we'll never work. And then he's like, let's go to prom. And then her nerd friend's like, date me. I'm a nice guy. And I'm like, boo. So, yeah, that's what's happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a shocking pick. And nobody suggested that in, like, the listener picks?
I tried to look, but I didn't look very thoroughly, so we'll triple check for next time. Because I wouldn't be surprised if someone did, but I just wanted a movie that was prom, and I was like, we haven't done the 80s in a while. Let's do it. Let's check it off the list.
Wow. Let's go.
We will.
There's got to be at least good tunes.
Yeah. I mean, 80s, I think.
All right, I'm ready for it. Wow. I'm sorry. That was a kind of a whiplash from Arnold to that, but I do this to you all the time, so let's go.
Yeah. Well, Bridge.
Yeah.
I just want to say.
Okay.
If your husband was doing True Lies and was being a skier, but he was murdering people, but it was bad people he was murdering, so it's fine, and then he was lying to you about it, and he said you have to be involved, and something, Bridge, I would be like, no, we're gonna sit down, all right, I'll be the mediator, and you're gonna stop the true lies, okay? No lies.
I love it.
Just true truths from now on, and talk it out now so we don't gotta get weird, okay? Done. You guys could be weird after, but not now.
Done.
Do that for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Kate.
Bridge.
If you were feeling like you needed to spice it up.
Oh, God.
The dates are not happening online.
That's
you're meeting people that you're like, this isn't working. And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to roll up to a hotel and I'm going to get my hair wet. And I'm going to push up my boobs. Wow. And I am just going to knock at a hotel room and say, I'm here. Okay? And then you become a secret spy and you save the world by stopping the nuke.
Wow. Okay. I don't know if I would come out being a spy if I did all those things. I feel like I might get murdered, but...
Okay, well...
Thanks, Bridge. I'll consider it. I don't hate the hair wetting idea, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Guys, it gets late when we do this for a while, so here we are. All
listeners, if you also think that doing a glow-up that's kind of, a little scrappy, rip your dress, wet your hair, find a push-up bra, put your boobs up. I don't know. That's fun. How did I start that? I don't even remember.
Me either, but here we are.
Yeah, so, do that. And then, if you think your spouse is a spy who's been lying to you, true lies, and you're going to get involved with the bullshit, I just think, get out of there. I don't know. Go on a vacation. Just take a break, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if the trauma's worth it. Okay?
Okay.
I don't.
I love it.
You decide for yourself. And if you think that scuba diving, skiing, horseback riding, those all sound like fun activities in your leisure. But they might also be done by spies, all in the same movie. So you need to be careful, okay?
Okay.
Everyone around you could be a spy. Trust no one, true lies. They're all around you.
Okay.
If you think all that, you should write us a review. That was a hard movie to do that for. We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So there is a form you can fill out. Your request goes in a list. And we look at the list every now and then, and we'll do it eventually. So if you requested Pretty in Pink, that way, we'll try to find that and shout you out. But, Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
They can give us money.
Woo!
Which will go to Katie's spy fund.
Oh, that's me.
And buy merchandise to also go to Katie's spy fund.
Apparently, that's my only future. Is becoming a spy. So
I think, yeah,
I can ride a horse if I need to.
Can you really?
Yeah, I've ridden a horse before, girl.
Wow.
I went to horseback riding camp once.
What?
I did.
Where have I been? Under a rock?
Know.
All right. It's
I can
too
scuba
late.
dive.
I gotta go.
I can't fly a fighter jet, but maybe I will
Not
learn.
today.
Not yet. You
All
never
right.
know. All right. So check all that out, listeners, and we hope to hear from you. Okay, so we will see y'all next week for Pretty in Pink. You know, I just, like, this fucking IMDb is like, here's another prom movie, and I kind of wish I picked it, but it's too late, so we're going to do another time.
I love it. It's fine.
Okay, I love you.
Bye-bye. I love you.
Bye. I love
Bye-bye.
you.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.